Hello everybody, welcome back for another video, and in today's video we will be taking a look at Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Sideswipe. Before we get into the figure, let's take a look at the packaging. We see a nice looking picture here of Sideswipe in battle on the side. On the back we see Sideswipe in his vehicle mode as well as his robot mode, as well as some product placement for some Battle Masters and how he interacts with them. Otherwise we see the arc-leaving Cybertron with some lovely pictures of the other Autobots, and that is about it for the packaging. Moving along to what came with him in the packaging, we do have his shoulder blaster that does separate from, could be a pistol for his hand, or, you know, a cannon of some sort for his hand, or, you know, you just peg them together like they're supposed to be and put them in his shoulder. Very nice overall, red and black plastic, but still nice that they have it. And moving along to the figure, we see Sideswipe here in his vehicle mode, or a Cybertronian Lamborghini looking kind of mode. I think it looks really nice, and I really like this figure. I think this is probably my favorite of the bunch that is from Siege so far. Fun transformation overall, and a very nice looking figure. We see red throughout with a translucent windshield here, Autobot logo outlined in silver there on the front, as well as nice silver and black for the wheels. Down below cleans up very nicely. Good molding detail throughout the arms right here on the sides, as well as some silver here in the front where the headlights would be. But overall, very nice. For comparison, we'll bring in Siege Hound to see how these two look together, and overall look pretty nice. Scale very well together, of course. Next, we'll bring in a Titans Return Deluxe figure, Blur, and see how these two look together, which I figure Blur would be a good-looking figure to show off here since they both are pretty Cybertronian, or at least that's what they're hoping to go for here, especially with how Blur normally looks. But yes, overall, looks very nice together. And lastly here, Optimus Prime from Siege, which look nice together as well. If only Prime would be a little more Cybertronian, I think it would fit in better, but hey, they do look nice together regardless. Now for transformation for Sideswipe. This is a very simple transformation, yet fun. I think it's probably the best one that they have. So what we'll do here is separate the side panels from his arms on the bottom. Get the arms rotated outwards here to separate them to give enough room for movement. Down here at the bottom, unpeg these panels from the bottom part of the leg here on both sides. Rotate the legs out. Take the entire waist and swivel around. Down here at the bottom, you're going to separate from this peg here at the top of the thigh. This right here is a little difficult to get out, but if you maneuver around a little bit, it makes it so that the feet can clearly come out without a problem. Close this panel up and peg it into the side there. Do the same thing here on the other side. Bring the foot all the way out, peg this in nicely, and the legs are complete. Up here for the top, rotate this in, get these out of the way, bring this up and over, which this right here is just, it just slots in. It doesn't slot in very well, so it holds, but not really. One downside there for me. Bring the hands out and the arms down, both sides, and there you have Sideswipe in his very clean, very sharp looking robot mode. If you bring in his cannons here, you can either have him hold them nicely in either one of his hands. If you separate it there, you can have two different weapons if you like, or you can combine it as so, and peg this in nicely into his shoulder, which looks really nice as well. And you can even bring his hand up, kind of curve it in a little bit and make it look like he's holding it, giving good posing look right there. Kind of hides the pegs on the other side if you have them posed that way too. So pretty nice. Getting a closer look here at Sideswipe, we do see some of the war damage or battle damage, however you like to put it, here on the shins. I think it's a nice touch there on the shins. It does look pretty nice as well here on the waist. For other detail here, we see the Autobot logo is very visible now on the front. His face Has a nice face sculpt with blue in the eyes, silver for the face mask. Otherwise, throughout this figure, we see a kind of a duller white for the legs and the arms, black in the fists, and silver here on the feet, with some more battle damage on those as well. Articulation is nothing different than anybody else here. We have good rotation there at the knee and the top of the leg to get full rotation to the back. Pretty good rotation here at the front. Get good motion all the way out and to the sides if you want full extension. We have rotation here at the upper thigh, as well as good ankle tilt, which is always a lovely surprise with some of these deluxe figures. Here at the arm, full rotation all the way around, all the way out. Bicep swivel there, as well as a decent rotation at the elbow. And that works for both sides. As for the head, full rotation all the way around. Get good motion up, little down, but that is about it for articulation. And for comparison, let's bring in Hound once again. See how they look next to each other. Titans Return Blur. Hair shorter, but that's okay. And lastly, Siege Optimus Prime, which I think they look very, very nice together. Finally, for transformation back to vehicle mode, let's get started here. Bring the top up, and this covering his face once again. Arms all the way out. You can take the fists and rotate them in. Bring these pieces all the way out. Down to the legs. Open that up. Bring this down and in. Same with this side. Down and in. Bring these together right about there. Rotate this all the way around. Bring these arms down and in to the chest there. Nicely. Take this all the way up and rotate around like so. You can then bring these down. This will then peg into the side of the arms. Closing that together nicely. Bring this down, which will peg in right about there. And there you have Sideswipe back in his vehicle mode. Overall, Siege Sideswipe is a fantastically fun figure. Very much recommend that you pick him up. He is probably the funnest out of all the ones to transform. Optimus is pretty fun too. Hound is okay, but I think Sideswipe is top-notch. If you don't have a good Sideswipe, I think he'll look good on the shelf, especially in robot mode. Vehicle mode, that's subjective, so it really depends if you like it in this mode or not. But still, overall, a pretty good pickup. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you if you already did. I always appreciate the support, and look forward to seeing more and more of you subscribing. Hope everybody's enjoying what I am producing, and I will talk to you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.